Okay, this is a tutorial about implementing generic characters like monsters and other stuff that doesn't have a humanoid structure in the template. The template has humanoid animations, so all you see is these characters moving and doing stuff. Okay, it's using a humanoid rig. Okay, so if you have a character with humanoid rig, everything is going to work okay. But if you don't have that, um, it's not going to animate at all. Okay, so this is how you can use your custom animations or custom animations that came with your characters. Maybe you bought a character. So I bought this gray creatures pack, and it's cheap and it's really great. So, and I'm showing how to implement this pack. Okay, the this pack has two options because there's characters that each character has all the characters have like a generic animation type. Okay, they are not set up like humanoid characters. So all these meshes are going to throw an error when we want to use it like a layer or whatever. Okay, but some of them can be changed to humanoid and everything is going to work fine. Okay, so first of all, I'm using the template. Now the template will be able to change to different pipelines. Okay, so I'm using the universal render pipeline now, but so it's like a default in the current version. Um, so when I import these characters, the materials are going to be pink. Okay. Anyway, there's a tutorial there in my playlists, but it's only doing this, and we have our material working for our character. Okay. Then what we were talking about. Okay, generic and humanoid rigs. Okay. If I want to use this as a player, I need to have a humanoid rig. It's super necessary to use the same animations, and it's going to be easier. Okay, but you can do the other thing, but it's going to be harder to change because the animator of the player character is more complicated. But okay, to change this to humanoid, we duplicate it just to what the okay. So we have this humanoid, we set this to humanoid, and we hit apply. And if Unity finds something that it's not going to work, it's going to tell us here. Okay, we can't convert to humanoid, but in this case, he didn't complain, so it's going to work. In the character wizard, now we have these options that work for generic rig only. And this tool is going to tell us if we are using a humanoid or a generic rig. So if I throw this humanoid here, everything is going to be okay, right? But if I throw the generic rig here, it's going to tell me, okay, this is not a humanoid avatar. You can create the player, but it's going to use these values, find those nodes, and assign the weapon stuff. Okay, so this is not going to work with the current animations, and it's going to use these variables. If I assign the humanoid, everything's going to be okay. Okay, if I create a new scene and I create player, and don't worry about this, is something that doesn't matter. It's something about the application. So we have this mutant in the material, okay, and we have to move this weapon. Remember the IK aim where we want to grab. Okay, weapon, and that's it. This is going to work fine. So we create this mutant humanoid prefab in the prefabs folder, and this is going to be my actor. Okay, this is going to be a prefab like the ones that are here. Okay, I'm going to assign this layer. Sorry, got this open and it's complicated to find it. Like this. And now if I open my scene and I play, I'm going to be playing with this character. It's small, so that's why he looks smaller than it should be, but it's only a matter of calling the character. Okay, we can do that in the player prefab here. We have a scale, so now we have a full big character. Okay, so don't worry, those errors are from the UI. I don't know why sometimes it starts doing this. Okay, so this is how we change from generic to humanoid, but this is only possible with this kind of humanoid structure characters. If I want to use a generic like this one, okay, this is not humanoid at all. I have to I have to do other stuff to make it work. Okay, and it's harder, I know, but it's possible. You need to create a duplicate of the animator controller of the AI. I supposing that I want to use this as a enemy. Okay, so I'm going to find the controller AI melee, duplicate this one, and move it inside the animations folder of the arachnid. Okay, I'm going to say arachnid melee AI. Okay, this controller has all the animations. Don't worry about this. All the animations that the AI is going to use. It's super important to use this controller because it has all the parameters that we need to play the different animations, right? Here in layers, we can delete these rifle actions because it's melee, so we don't need that. We don't need the roll animation because it's not playing roll animation right now. The AI doesn't play this. I left it because sometime in the future it's going to do it. And the use animation and objects aren't used. So these are the animations that our character or AI is going to use. And so we have these animations that come with the package. So we need to replace those with this. Okay. So we can simply click here and we are going to see a clip there, and we can't draw this. We have to open, or we can filter here animation clip, and we have to select here animations because it's this folder, and it's going to filter only animation clips. So in that alert, we are going to set this shout. This hit, we don't have hit, I think, so I'm going to use this get. I think they maybe are something like that. So we can repeat those, but it's just the same. And then we have the melee attacks. Attack 1, attack 2. And those melee attacks are selected by this melee type. Okay, so if we have more, we can create more nodes here and add this, change this parameter to 2 or 3 or 4, and then select in the AI to have more than two options. And there's these two, then there are two nodes here. Aiming, it's when it's in attack mode basically. So we have idle and walk. And grounded. We have a lot of animations here, but we need only 2 of them. Okay. So here, idle, and we need walk because we don't have a run or something like that. We can have more options here, and it's going to blend. So here we have basically those animations, and this is going to be our controller. Okay. Sorry, here. Okay, these are this file. So the thing is, we have to create our character with this, but it's going to say, wait, it's not a humanoid avatar. Okay, so we have to find those nodes in this character. Okay, to know which nodes we need to use, we have to find nodes that are placed basically in places similar to what it's expecting. So we don't have a head. I think this can be a head. Okay, So I'm going to set this, sorry, it's copy pasting. And then for the hands, I think I did this, or we can use those nodes. Okay, they have horrible names. Sorry, this is the left, the right. Okay, and I have to delete this and create it. So keep this the tool place the weapon and everything. I have to rotate that weapon. Okay, so it's looking the front, and that's it. Generic. Okay. So we have the first part. Have a generic actor. Okay. This generic actor is only an actor. Okay. We have to create a new enemy. I have this one. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to duplicate this melee. Usually, if I want a melee, I duplicate the melee. If I want a ranged, I duplicate the ranged, and arachnid. Okay, and here I set to 0 and assign the new prefab here, right? And this is important. Now we have to set the new controller we created here, okay? Because this is the controller that is finally going to assign to the character when it's spawned. So we need to assign this. And we have two options, because if we are using root motion is the animation moves the character, okay, not the code, but the animation. So the animation has to have a translation, basically. In this case, these animations aren't doesn't or don't have root motion, so we can't use root motion with this. So we have to make sure that root motion is turned off here. So then we have to change parameters like, I don't know, speed, and which weapon we want to use. In this case, I made an invisible weapon. Okay, and this is super important because it's something that I don't explain a lot, but it's super important. When we create a new weapon, doesn't matter if it's an AI weapon or a player weapon, the character inventory looks in a list. This list is here, okay? And we have to add those weapons inside this list. In this case, this invisible AI, melee AI, because if we don't have this, it's going to give us an error and it's not going to work fine. Okay, so we have to have this, because when the game starts and spawns the players, or the AI spawns these weapons looking in this list, okay, searching in this list. So I add this invisible AI here in this list, game settings, default weapon list. So now the weapon is going to work, and there's a small thing we have to change here or to work. okay, or to basically add to the character. These characters are dying and using ragdolls to die, okay? But this one doesn't have ragdoll set up yet, so we can choose to not use ragdoll in the character script. Have the I'm going to turn off explosive dead, and I'm going to turn off ragdoll dead. So this is going to uh, not use ragdoll basically, and so when he dies, he's going to play the death animation. Go to my scene. Here in my scene, I'm going to add a new enemy. Okay, I fixed a bug that where this scale wasn't working right, so now it's working. So we can choose the size of the character. It wasn't working with the display of this gizmo, but it was working in the game, no? So anyway, we can place this, and we can assign waypoint route to here. And if we hit play, we are going to have our character moving, okay? But look, it's not walking, it's only doing like a something, and it's sliding basically. So what's happening here? Okay, there's a couple of things that we have to do to make this work. First, this character isn't set up okay here because the loop animations need to be set up like this with loop on. Okay, so we have to turn on loop time, and now these animations are going to loop. The other ones doesn't need to loop because they are actions that happen in a moment, start and finish. But the loop, we need to set this to loop. Okay. Now we are going to see our player or enemy moving. Maybe it's moving lower than I expected, like a little bit sliding, so we can select the melee enemy, go to the animator, see what's happening. I'm going to turn off gizmos so I don't see anything of those stuff. And I can go here, this blend tree, and change this value. So if I choose 2, it's going to multiply the speed by 2. Now maybe it's sliding in the other way, so maybe it's 1.5 looks better. Okay, so we can fine tune this stuff when we are happy with the movement. So now I'm going to go with my giant. Oh, I have to change this stuff because it's too big. Okay. So now the enemy is dying using this animation, okay? But we have more things to do to finish this. The animation commands or does something important in the attack. Okay, when the enemy attacks, there's events in the animation that are telling me when it's attacking. Okay, so we need to set up these events in the animation. So we have to go to these attack animations in the Arachnid, and then here it should be showing the animation here, but I don't know why isn't working. So anyway, we should be able to see movement, and when the animation hits here, we have to right click here and add animation event. And the event is this one. You can search in the Space Soldier animation actions melee attack. This is asking me to apply the changes to the Arachnid attack animation. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to show you this, the soldier animation. The reference has two events, this melee event and this end melee event at the end of the animation. So in this case, we need to add two events. Here is one. Now we have to add another one here at the end. It's an end melee. And the same here, like and at the end, end melee. Okay, so this is important to be able to apply damage to the player. And if you want footsteps, you have to add events to the footsteps here in the walk animation. Okay, like here. I think it's like that. Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about this. Footstep. Okay, and what else? There's another thing that you should or you want to do if you want to have Ragdoll physics. Okay, it's setting to this prefab, adding Ragdolls. So this is more complicated because this is not going to work as a humanoid. Okay, but maybe the Ragdoll tool maybe works like this because you can assign different nodes here, but it's not going to be perfect because you can't have all those legs in this mapping. So it should be a custom made Ragdoll, and it's more complicated, but you can check how it's done. Basically, if you search in the actors in the soldier, if I open this one has everything set up, so you can see the ragdolls, the bones that are important have this rigid body and and box collider. This is the root. Basically, this is the one that's going to move all the character. And then if you see the leg, it's going to have the same stuff, but it's going to have a character joint. This character joint is connected to the pelvis, okay, because it's the father of this one. And this is going to be the constraint. Basically, it's going to make the leg move with the pelvis when the pelvis uh, moves around. Okay, so uh, the calf has a connection to the thigh, and so you can do this with um, the custom character and create the amount of legs and arms as you want, basically. And these are the collisions. Basically, this capsule collider is a collision. So this is the final Ragdoll, and this script, the Ragdoll. Sorry, there's a script that's going to be assigned when the game starts, and in this script is going to turn off all these components, all these collisions, to avoid playing ragdolls during gameplay until you turn on that. So anyway, that's all the information that you need to create a generic character and use custom animations. Um, and okay, and if you have any questions, please let me know.